Hello, my brothers and sisters. I just want to try to explain what we are trying to do here. We are trying to bring our community together, special from the guys from Southern Africa. It doesn't matter you're black or white, we got something common as a Southern African. South Africa, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Namibia, Zambia. I can miss some of the countries, our neighbors, but we are part of it. We got something common that we can share and build one beautiful community. Something that we can celebrate together as one. Something that we can help one another as a community. Sometimes when you're on your own, we think everything's nice and beautiful, especially when you got kids and boys and girls. We don't know where they go. But if we are together as a community, sometimes if my child, before it get worse, if I'm together with the community or involved with the community, we know one another, I can find one of the community that I trust if I got a situation like that. I don't mean we got, I'm just saying in future, I'll give you an example. These kids who are in drugs, violent, we see them on the television sometimes being killed. Their parents, they didn't think those kids, they can be that kind of violent they can be. So for us here, we try by all means that now, guys, let's be one of the community who can minimize things. Let's get together, because when you get together, we can share some good ideas. Those ideas can help our youth. Those ideas can help us. That's the main thing a live talk show is about. At the moment, we are just talking. We're going to have a time that we are going to live talk and talk about it. Because some people will be willing, as time goes by, to come and share with us. Okay. Some ideas they experience because we spoke to other people, As I speak right now, I'll just tell you something that I didn't think that I can be witness this. Why? I'm saying we need to get together as a community, want to know one another, share ideas, and have a good time together. I didn't think one day these things I see on television that son is being killed, this other brother is being killed. I didn't think one day I'll be witnessing that a friend of mine, his son is being killed. I didn't think that, but as I speak, one day I did experience that. The boy was being killed. I found out he was a friend of my friend, and that friend was end up being me. It's something I saw on the television. I didn't think that maybe one day I'll be saying, but the friend of mine, it was his son. So just imagine, my son, this son, they end up getting involved in those gangs. Me, I'll think, I'm fine myself. Not even talking about this, because now we are fathers, we are grandfathers. Our children, we don't know when they leave the door where they are going. But if we are a strong community, knowing one another. Our children end up knowing one another with good ideas, with good relatives, with good agendas. These kids, they can be minimized to get involved in drugs, minimized to get involved in knives and guns when you're together as one. And I want to take it further. I want us to be a community that we share a lot as a community, not only these countries I mentioned when you are here in overseas. I'm saying even Australia, New Zealand, Canada. When you got a community, let's get together as one. Strengthen one another. You can find somebody, you can be sick, no one can look after that person. And you find that other people, they're at home doing, some of them retired. But if someone is sick, you can still manage to go in, sorry, you're sick, let me just give you a help. But because you don't know each other, we don't visit each other, because of no connection of the community, no contact of the community. We grew up in places where there's community, they love one another. So that's what I'm trying to bring here. Let's love one another in UK. Let's love one another in Australia. Let's love one another in Canada, wherever we are. Let's love one another and communicate. Let's love one another. Let's spread that thing. And when you spread the love, our children, youth, they end up in those kind of spreading love they learn from the community. When they see their brothers or whatever, they see just love. They don't see like as an enemy. Look at now on the street sometime on the television, black youth has killed another black youth. So for me, I plead you guys, let's get involved as a community, love one another. What we're trying to do here, try to have it like in Manchester, try to get Manchester, get together, London, get together, end up know each other, spreading all the communities, Liverpool, all together, having it just in one place. Have that community, we can communicate to minimize our children not try to be involved. You can if there's no community, some of the kids they didn't find themselves in those gangs, but they wish to come out, but they won't get help. Don't get me wrong, there's a help they can get here, but there's something that other kids don't need, that African roots, to speak to openly. And same as like the community, sometimes there's something that you need, that you're organic, you want to speak to your brother, so let's start this openly. For me, for us, this is our vision, that we want our community together as one, to have something that we'll celebrate together one day as African. Southern Africa especially we start with, but we are not minimizing that everyone is not from Southern Africa, don't get involved. No, it's open for everyone, church goer, non-church goer, everyone is involved. Get involved. We want everyone. As I said again, there's some people like this program, the other people don't like this program, because we got two people in life. Like what you're doing, they don't like what you are doing. So those people who like what you are doing, please get involved and email us on elevatetalkshow@gmail.com. Email us on elevatetalkshow@gmail.com. As I speak, we have the good feedback. Other people, they ask us, please, may you please put a WhatsApp telephone numbers so that we can contact you guys and speak live. Other people say, yes, please, when YouTube, let's be live and make a phone call. Yes, we'll do that. But at the moment, you just want to introduce to more people what it's all about. It's about bringing us together. And those people who think what we are saying it's not good, or they don't feel good about it, please email us on elevatetalkshow@gmail.com and give us a feedback. The more you email us, you give us feedback, the more we get it right. We never get it right on one day. So our aim is about love one another, loving one another, spreading to love one another. We've got our youth, we've got our moms and fathers, we've got our grandpa and brothers. They need love. We've got our single parents, they need love. As a community, when we are together as one, we can help one another. There are some people who got single parents here. Mom, fathers who are single parents. Sometimes they struggle to go to work because they have to work and go and pick up their kids in school and take them in school and go to work. But if you've got that lovely community, know one another, we can find that life can be even better. Even better. I say it again. Life can be even better. I know sometimes they say, what is this going to do with me? If your life is still good and nice, it's got nothing to do with you. But if you've got only nice and good, you've got love of your brother and sister, believe me, this will be useful for you to get involved. Give your time to get involved. Please email us on elevatetalkshow@gmail.com. Please don't forget to subscribe and like. We are trying to put the community together. We are trying to build the community together. So wherever you are, be far away, you can be in London, you can be Manchester, you can be Liverpool, you can be outside United Kingdom, but you can reach us with a phone call, with the community. You find that maybe wherever, if you're in New Zealand or somewhere else, you can find that when you reach us, there was a community who was just not far away from you, but you find that, this person as well is from New Zealand, is from same town with you. But when you reach, this is not only in the one secular time place. It's only for everyone who wants to get involved. For everyone, you can take this to the community so that we can build as one, so that one day we celebrate as together as one. It's hard overseas to be together as Africans. I know what I'm talking about. It's hard to get other people from Africa, but you find that those people are too many. But togetherness, but that connection of just this to be together one day, we don't have. But now we want to create one day a year, we can have togetherness somewhere, somewhere, and spread this to many countries. If you're overseas, we can create togetherness as one, so that we can be good community wherever we live. You want to spread that, our youth, ourselves, to be good community to where we live, than to be seen as people be creating crime, all sorts, So let's get involved to Elevate Talk Show and love one another. Bring some ideas. As we said, we can make a mistake. Those mistakes can be corrected by you by giving us your feedback. What we are saying is, we are going forward. We'll never be silent. Silent will never give us any help. There are many things that we have to talk about. Because you're not united, we can't do anything to influence. I don't know if I can say this now, but I didn't want to say this now. But okay, I will keep this now. I'll say this next time. That if we're together, we're going to influence this. This will maybe stop happening. But now, because you're not, it's keep happening and it's hurting us. But I'll talk about this next time. But for today, please subscribe and like it and share it to your friends. That We love one another. Just get involved to elevatetalkshow@gmail.com. Email us. Just get involved there. Okay? Like, subscribe. My brother, I love you. Sisters, we love you. For today, we end here. Subscribe.